Mr. Wim Elfrink, it's a pleasure to welcome you to the Mohammed bin Rashid School of Government today. It has been our utter pleasure to host you and to really enjoy the level of thinking that you bring with you to us today and to the audience. Thank you for being here. We have a number of questions that we'd like to share with you, and we'd hopefully get the answers that would satisfy and would enrich the thinking and the way forward. When we talk about the Internet of Things or the Internet of Everything, you know Dubai is by far more advanced than many of its neighboring countries. And many of these neighboring countries are essential markets for Dubai and the business that Dubai does with its catchment area. Do we stand the risk of being too advanced, whereby communication levels become impaired and whereby the communication technologies we have become too advanced to communicate with those around us that we do need to communicate with to sustain and to maintain our business?
Dr. Bassem, first let me thank you for the invitation and being here. And I knew that I was going to be challenged with some very intelligent questions. So Dubai is known as a leader. And so if we talk about smart cities and the opportunity that it will harness, we expect leadership. And I think if we look at Dubai, what it has achieved over the last couple of decades, it is one of those examples that books will be written about, that MBA students will analyze. What are the factors that made it so successful? I think you can never be successful enough. And coming back to your question, leadership also comes with the price. That if you have the leadership, then you have to educate people around you. And so when Dubai really has that unprecedented value of harnessing the economic value that the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everything, as we call it, is going to provide, there is also a moral obligation to start teaching and sharing the success. And in an inclusive economy, get cities and countries around you to follow your example.
Thank you very much. This is very assuring because the whole concept for the school we are in today is based on this. The idea is to share knowledge, and we are under clear instructions from His Highness, whose name we are very proud to carry, to share and to open. We are an open access, to grant open access to whomsoever, not at the school level, but at the whole city level. This leads me to another question. Is there ever a fear, or do you have any doubts in your mind that we may ever reach a state where we become over-connected, whereby this connectivity is just too much?
That's a good question, and it's a very philosophical question. And that so mostly you see in these type of cycles, that you go up, you go a little bit down, you go up, but over time it will be up. But it will so now and then go with accelerations. At this moment, one of the impedients is going to be, for instance, security and privacy. And so that can slow the adaptation down. Overall, I think connectivity will have so many advantages and benefits for society. And that we call it an economic value. We talk about 19 trillion. And we also talk about connecting rural areas with urban areas. We have still 1 billion people who live off $1 a day and have no access to healthcare and education. And so I think in my lifetime, I will not face the question, are we over-connected? At this moment, only 1% of what can be connected is connected. 99% to go, and a lot of challenges in the world to solve.
Your life and my lifetime, probably the same span. So I am assured, at least from this perspective with you. But as you put on your presentation earlier today, you started with really the first most important stepping stone into this is leadership. Leadership is very important. Visionary leadership, as you presented this. What are other leadership traits that need to exist for this transformation to be smooth, effective, and productive as well?
Leadership comes with responsibility, and I think the first element that always comes, that leadership is fantastic as long as you can operationalize it. And so being able to transfer concepts in operational plans, execute it, and I think that is where Dubai has a track record. If you see what has been realized here over the last couple of decades, it's not just a vision, it's not just leadership, it's also being able to create the priority to attract the talent and to really make it benefits for the citizens, that has been probably a key to success. But operationalization of strategies and leadership, I think, is the main differentiator.
I think you've got it spot on, really. You're just clearly what you've just referred to is absolutely one of the things we pride ourselves in, or that we practice, actually. It was cascaded down to us, and it's a way of life. And that's why I think you see the harmony and in this operationalizing the vision and making sure it happens and takes further. I'll ask you one last question. And what can Dubai do to benefit those around it? How can we really use our position or our advantage in terms of this technology and all this to ensure that we spread this knowledge, and that we, His Highness once said and says that everybody would be happier if all the neighbors are happier too. If your neighbors are happy, you're happy. And that's something we really strive and we want to do. What can we do at this technology level where we are at an advantage to move forward and to really bring this revamped or the advanced technology things to our neighbors and to our friends?
Leadership comes with responsibility. And I think one of the biggest responsibilities is sharing the knowledge. And because in the past, knowledge was a privilege, and knowledge was only dedicated to a certain part of society. Opening up, connecting, let people participate. Because if people participate, you will also get a benefit, because you will get new ideas, you get innovation going, and you get collaboration. And for me, a big difference between participation and collaboration is that participation is working together, and that's fine, but that's uncommitted. If you start talking about collaboration and you define common goals, what the benefits are of sharing and doing things together, and getting underprivileged people connected to privileged, and setting objectives to improve standards of living, to give people access to healthcare, to education, and perhaps most important, to a job, and being able to look after their children. That is what leadership is all about.
I do believe, reflecting as a last note on what you presented to us today, and the open knowledge and the amount of knowledge, we in Dubai have always really looked for ways. I think the technology you speak about would enable us to do the win-win-win situation. This collaboration is the key. It's not just participation. We have seen public-private partnerships, and we call them public-private-people partnerships. And everybody should strive to ensure the win at all the levels. I thank you once again for being with us today. I shall look forward to welcoming you again, frequently I hope, to continue this very interesting and intelligent debate and progress. And look forward to you having an enjoyable stay here and to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.